Picture yourself on the blood-soaked fields of Waterloo, where destiny was forged amidst the clashing armies of Napoleon and the coalition forces. Cannons thundered, swords clashed, and history was written with every step. This battle is etched in textbooks and immortalized in tales. Yet, lurking behind the curtains of grand history are countless forgotten battles, each with stories just as compelling, just as pivotal. Imagine a world where these unnamed heroes and untold events could rewrite the pages of our past. These battles are not mere footnotes. They are vibrant narratives of strategy, heroism, and turning points that shape the world in surprising ways. Today, we delve into the shadows of history to uncover 15 forgotten battles that deserve the spotlight. Why do these battles matter, you ask? Because they hold truths and lessons that echo through time, truths that question the very course of history as we know it. By shedding light on these neglected chapters, we not only honor those who fought and fell, but also gain a deeper understanding of the complex tapestry of the past. So stay with us as we embark on this journey through time, unraveling the mysteries and marvels of history's hidden battles, revealing stories that will forever change the way you see the past. As the next challenge unfolds, we step into the enigmatic forests of ancient Germania in the year 9. The Battle of the Teutoburg Forest was a seismic clash between the Roman Empire and the Germanic tribes, a battle that would ripple through history with profound consequences. Picture the dense woodland shrouded in mist, where Roman legions, confident yet unprepared for the scale of what lay ahead, marched unwittingly into a meticulously devised trap. Arminius, a chieftain of the Cherusci tribe and once a Roman ally, orchestrated this devastating ambush, leveraging his insider knowledge of Roman tactics and formations. 3 legions, led by the Roman general Varus, were caught off guard, their disciplined ranks and rigid formations torn apart by the swift guerrilla tactics of the Germanic warriors. The forest became a cauldron of chaos as surprise attacks and brutal skirmishes left the Roman forces decimated, their legendary discipline shattered amidst the labyrinth of trees. The aftermath of this catastrophic defeat was profound. The Romans were forced to redefine their northern frontier, abandoning plans for further expansion into Germania. This battle was not merely a military confrontation, but a pivotal moment that curtailed Rome's ambitions and reshaped the balance of power in Europe. Its strategic brilliance lay in the cunning use of terrain and the element of surprise, marking a rare and humbling defeat for the seemingly invincible Roman legions. In the annals of military history, the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest stands as a testament to how a well-executed strategy can shift the tides of empires and alter the course of history. Moving forward, the aftermath of the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest sent shockwaves through Rome. The defeat was not just a military disaster, it was a psychological blow to an empire that perceived itself as unmatched. Emperor Augustus, reportedly haunted by the loss, was said to have wandered his palace, lamenting, "Varus, give me back my legions." This catastrophic event forced Rome to rethink its military strategies and policies. The legions that met their demise in the dense forests of Germania brought about a critical reform in Roman military tactics. Augustus and his generals recognized the vulnerability of heavily armored Roman soldiers in forested or unfamiliar terrains, leading to a shift towards more adaptable, flexible units capable of rapid response to ambushes. Moreover, the Roman Empire pulled back from its aggressive expansion plans in northern Europe, redefining its borders along the Rhine River to consolidate power and avoid overextension. The loss also underscored the need for better local intelligence and understanding of enemy tactics, prompting a re-evaluation of how Rome engaged with the tribes it sought to subdue. This defeat prompted an increased emphasis on fortifying borders, constructing defensive structures, and adopting a more defensive military posture in the region. The Battle of the Teutoburg Forest indelibly marked Roman history, influencing its military, political, and cultural development for generations. It was a turning point that demonstrated the power of strategic surprise and terrain familiarity over brute force, and showcased the formidable resistance of the Germanic tribes against one of the ancient world's most powerful empires. With these lessons learned, Rome's subsequent approach to warfare and governance was irrevocably changed. Now turning to an entirely different landscape, we explore a confrontation that halted the advance of one of history's most feared armies, the Battle of Ain Jalut. Now turning to the Battle of Ain Jalut in the year 1260, imagine a clash that reverberated across continents. This battle stands as a pivotal moment where the Mamluks, a formidable force of their own, confronted the seemingly invincible Mongol Empire. The Mongols, known for their relentless and rapid conquests, faced a surprising and significant setback in the midst of their advance into Egypt. The Mamluk Sultanate, under the leadership of Sultan Qutuz and his general Baybars, orchestrated a defense that would prove to be a defining moment for the region. The Mamluks utilized the element of surprise and their deep understanding of the terrain to counter the Mongol forces. The confrontation took place on the fields near Ain Jalut, meaning Spring of Goliath, a name that in itself evokes a biblical sense of epic struggle. The Mongols, who had previously swept through Central Asia and the Middle East with unstoppable force, found themselves thwarted by the Mamluks' tactical ingenuity. One of the key tactics employed by the Mamluks was the feigned retreat. This classic stratagem involved pretending to withdraw from battle, luring the Mongol forces into a vulnerable position before launching a decisive counterattack. The Mongol army, unfamiliar with this tactic, was caught off guard, allowing the Mamluks to exploit the moment and achieve a decisive victory. The significance of the Battle of Ain Jalut extends beyond its immediate military outcomes. It was a turning point that halted the Mongol expansion into North Africa and preserved the cultural and political landscape of the Middle East. This victory demonstrated the vulnerability of the Mongol Empire, shattering the myth of their invincibility and inspiring resistance among other regions under threat. As a result, the battle not only safeguarded the Mamluk Sultanate, but also set the stage for a renewed sense of identity and autonomy among previously subjugated states. It's a remarkable example of how strategic brilliance and local expertise can overcome overwhelming odds and change the course of history. Moving forward to the legacy of Ain Jalut, its broader implications for the Mongol Empire and Mamluk power consolidation come into sharper focus. Moving forward to the legacy of the Battle of Ain Jalut, we delve into its broader implications for both the Mongol Empire and the Mamluk Sultanate. The Mongol defeat at Ain Jalut marked a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape of the time. For the Mongol Empire, which had been expanding almost unchecked across vast territories, this battle represented a rare defeat that exposed their limitations. It sent ripples of uncertainty through their ranks, highlighting that even the most formidable empires have vulnerabilities. The Mongol campaigns relied heavily on their swift mobility and psychological warfare, yet the Mamluks showcased how a deep understanding of local terrain and innovative tactics could effectively counter these strengths. This setback for the Mongols not only slowed their progress but also emboldened other regions under threat, fostering resistance and the potential for reclaiming autonomy. For the Mamluk Sultanate, the victory at Ain Jalut was a moment of triumph and consolidation. It solidified their position as a powerful force in the Middle East and North Africa, strengthening their control and influence over these regions. The battle elevated the political stature of the Mamluk leadership, particularly that of Sultan Qutuz and Baybars, who were celebrated for their strategic prowess. This success also reinforced the Mamluks' military reputation, bolstering their confidence and inspiring further consolidation of power. The aftermath of Ain Jalut contributed to a period of relative stability and prosperity within the Mamluk territories, allowing them to focus on internal development and external trade. In examining this battle's legacy, we see how Ain Jalut was more than just a military engagement. It was a pivotal point in history that reshaped power dynamics, influenced cultural exchanges, and altered the future trajectory of entire empires. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we now turn to the Battle of Gaugamela, where Alexander the Great's strategic genius faced the might of the Persian Empire. As the next challenge unfolds, we turn our attention to the Battle of Gaugamela, a monumental clash that occurred in 331 years before the birth of Christ. Here we witness Alexander the Great, a master tactician, squaring off against Darius III of the Persian Empire. This battle is often hailed as a testament to Alexander's exceptional military genius and is a defining moment that solidified his legendary status. Armed with a diverse and highly disciplined army, Alexander employed innovative strategies that not only outmaneuvered but also psychologically overwhelmed the vastly larger Persian forces. One of the standout tactics was Alexander's use of the phalanx and cavalry in a coordinated assault, showcasing a mastery of terrain and troop mobility. The infamous oblique attack allowed his forces to break through the Persian lines, causing confusion and panic. The Macedonian phalanx, with its dense formation of soldiers wielding long spears, formed a near-impenetrable wall against enemy charges. Meanwhile, his cavalry executed precise flanking maneuvers, hitting the Persians where they least expected. This combination of strength and agility proved devastating to the Persian ranks. Beyond mere military strategy, the psychological impact on Darius and his troops was immense. The sheer determination and relentless advance of Alexander's forces instilled fear and doubt, undermining Persian morale. The sight of their king fleeing the battlefield further demoralized the Persian soldiers, leading to a chaotic retreat. This psychological victory was as crucial as the physical triumph on the battlefield. The consequences of Gaugamela were far-reaching. It marked the beginning of the end for the Persian Empire and opened the doors for Alexander's further conquests across Asia. His reputation as an invincible leader was firmly established, inspiring his men and intimidating his future adversaries. Alexander's victory at Gaugamela wasn't just a military success. It was a masterclass in strategic warfare that would be studied and admired for generations. As the sun rises on the next chapter, we journey to the Battle of Tollas, where a lesser-known encounter left a lasting imprint on cultural and technological exchanges between East and West. As the next chapter unfolds, we delve deeper into the strategies and innovations that define the Battle of Gaugamela. At the heart of Alexander's success was the phalanx formation, a formidable military tactic. Picture rows of disciplined soldiers, each equipped with long spears, advancing in perfect unison. This wall of spears was nearly impossible to breach, providing a strong defense against enemy forces. Concurrently, Alexander's cavalry played a pivotal role. Imagine swift horsemen executing precise flanking maneuvers, creating disarray in the Persian ranks. These coordinated strikes were not random acts of aggression, but meticulously planned tactics that relied heavily on timing, terrain mastery, and adaptability. Alexander's ability to read and respond to the battlefield's dynamic conditions was unparalleled. He consistently outmaneuvered his opponents, anticipating their moves and countering them with an inventive strategy that kept his adversaries on the defensive. Innovations in communication were also crucial. Alexander ensured his generals were always aware of his plans, maintaining a high-level coordination among his troops. This was not just a battle of physical might, it was a testament to the intellectual warfare that Alexander championed. His ability to inspire and lead a diverse army, communicate effectively across the battlefield, and adapt to evolving situations marked a new era in military strategy. Viewing these tactics through the lens of animated battle maps and troop movements provides a clearer understanding of how these methods transformed the tide of battle. Alexander's strategic brilliance at Gaugamela set the stage for his future successes, echoing through history as a pinnacle of military innovation and leadership. As we prepare to explore the consequences of this battle on cultural exchanges, we move forward to the encounters at the Battle of Tolles, where new dynamics between civilizations would emerge. Moving forward to the Battle of Tolles, we venture into the year 751, where the Abbasid Caliphate and the Tang dynasty confronted each other in a strategic encounter that would leave lasting cultural and technological legacies. Imagine the lush valleys of Central Asia, where the forces of the powerful Abbasid Caliphate clashed with the might of the Tang dynasty. This wasn't just a battle for territory or power, it was a pivotal moment in the sharing of cultures and knowledge. The significance of Tolles lies not in the immediate military outcomes, but in the profound exchanges it facilitated. Most notably, this battle marked the introduction of papermaking to the Islamic world, a revolutionary technology that would eventually make its way to Europe, transforming the way knowledge was recorded and disseminated across continents. The interaction between these two great empires at Tolles allowed for a cross-pollination of ideas, influencing art, science, and trade for centuries to come. While the Abbasid forces emerged victorious on the battlefield, the true legacy of Tolles was the enduring connection between East and West that ensued. This exchange laid the groundwork for future interactions along the Silk Road, highlighting the battle's role as not merely a conflict but a bridge that connected civilizations. As we explore the broader cultural impacts that unfolded in the aftermath of Tolles, we prepare to shift our focus to the northern shores of England, where the Battle of Stamford Bridge etched its mark in history. As the next challenge unfolds, let's delve deeper into the cultural impacts of the Battle of Tolles. This conflict, though a military event, set the stage for profound cultural and technological exchanges. The aftermath of Tolles signaled the beginning of a pivotal transfer of knowledge that reshaped many aspects of both Eastern and Western civilizations. One of the most significant contributions was indeed the art of papermaking, which traveled from China to the Islamic world, eventually reaching Europe. This simple yet transformative innovation allowed for more widespread dissemination of knowledge, playing a crucial role in educational and scientific advancements across the globe. But the influence of Tolles extended beyond just technology. It also affected trade routes and cultural interactions. The Silk Road, which was already a bustling avenue of commerce, became an even more dynamic conduit for cultural exchange. This rich interchange of goods, languages, and philosophies between the East and West not only fueled economic growth, but also led to a deeper mutual understanding and appreciation of diverse traditions and customs. Art and science flourished as ideas were exchanged, creating a vibrant tapestry of shared human achievement. Tolles, therefore, was not just a battle, it was a landmark in the chronicles of cultural connectivity and intellectual exchange. The echoes of this encounter are felt even today as we continue to celebrate the cultural symbiosis it fostered. Now, with this rich historical backdrop, let's journey forward to the dramatic events that unfolded on the northern shores of England with the Battle of Stamford Bridge. Now turning to the dramatic events of the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066, we find ourselves amidst a scene of intense ferocity and remarkable timing. King Harold II of England stood against a formidable Norwegian invasion led by King Harald Hardrada. The battle, fierce and unyielding, took place on the 25th of September near the River Derwent in Yorkshire. The setting was grim yet decisive as the English forces, weary from rapid marches yet driven by determination, confronted the invading Norsemen. The clash was intense, with both sides displaying extraordinary valor and tactical prowess. Harold's army, though fatigued, managed a surprise attack that caught the Norwegians off guard. This unexpected maneuver turned the tides, leading to a decisive victory for the English. But the triumph at Stamford Bridge bore a bittersweet undertone. The battle, while a testament to Harold's leadership and the resilience of his troops, came with a crucial cost. The English victory was marred by heavy losses, leaving Harold's forces vulnerable and exhausted. This vulnerability would soon be exploited, as merely weeks later, Harold had to face yet another formidable challenge from the south. The Norman invasion, led by William the Conqueror, loomed ominously on the horizon. The Battle of Stamford Bridge remains a poignant reminder of the relentless demands of leadership and the brutal realities of war. As we prepare to explore the next chapter, let's reflect on how this pivotal confrontation set the stage for the events at Hastings, reshaping the course of English history. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve into the aftermath of the Battle of Stamford Bridge and its direct influence on the events that would soon follow at Hastings. The immense effort and casualties sustained by King Harold II's forces during their confrontation with the Norwegians left them significantly depleted. This exhaustion and the strategic gap created in England's defences provided William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, with the perfect opportunity to launch his invasion. This swift transition from one battle to another wasn't just a logistical strain. It was a test of endurance and resilience for Harold's army. The rapid pace of these events highlights the relentless nature of medieval warfare, where one victory could swiftly lead to another daunting challenge. In October of the same year, merely weeks after the triumph at Stamford Bridge, Harold was compelled to march southward to confront William's advancing forces. This relentless march and the subsequent clash at Hastings would ultimately redefine England's future. As we examine these pivotal historical moments, we witness not only the tactical nuances of warfare, but also the broader implications they held for leadership and national identity. Moving forward, our exploration will focus on the strategies employed during these transitions, offering insights into the factors that tipped the balance in favor of the Normans. Now turning to the Battle of Lepanto, we find ourselves in the midst of a naval clash that shaped the course of European dominance in the Mediterranean during the late 1500s. This monumental confrontation took place on a fateful October day in 1571, where the combined forces of the Holy League, an alliance led by Spain and Venice, faced the might of the Ottoman fleet. The stakes were colossal. The Ottomans, under the command of Ali Pasha, sought to extend their grip further west, threatening the heart of European influence in the sea. The Holy League was aware that failure would mean not only the loss of strategic territories, but also a possible shift in the cultural and religious balance of power. The battle commenced in a flurry of galleys and gunfire. It was a vivid theater of war on water, with innovative tactics being deployed. The Christians employed a crescent formation, leveraging their superior artillery capabilities, while the Ottomans relied on their maneuverability and numbers. The ferocious engagement stretched for hours, with neither side yielding easily. Yet as the dust settled, the Holy League emerged victorious, inflicting a blow to the Ottoman navy that they would never fully recover from. This victory was not just a military triumph. It heralded a new era of European naval supremacy, showcasing the effectiveness of new warfare technologies like the galleys, part ship, part fortress. The Ottomans' defeat at Lepanto marked the beginning of their gradual decline in naval power, allowing Europe to secure its sea routes and paving the way for expansion and exploration that would define the centuries to come. Such was the significance of Lepanto that it resonated far beyond the waters it was fought upon, influencing political and cultural narratives across Europe and the Ottoman Empire. As we turn our gaze to the next chapter, we will delve into the sophisticated naval strategies that not only defined this encounter, but also left a lasting legacy on maritime combat. As the next chapter of this maritime saga unfolds, we dive deeper into the naval tactics at Lepanto. The battle's outcome was significantly shaped by the innovative strategies and technologies employed by the Holy League. Chief among these was the deployment of the galleys, a formidable hybrid of galley and fortress. Positioned at the forefront of the fleet, these ships were armed with numerous heavy cannons that could unleash devastating broadsides, disrupting the Ottoman formations before they even had a chance to engage in close combat. This tactical advantage was bolstered by the strategic crescent formation of the Christian fleet, which allowed them to maximize their firepower while maintaining flexibility in movement. This formation was particularly effective in counterbalancing the Ottoman fleet's strength in numbers and maneuverability. The Ottomans, known for their swift and agile galleys, attempted to outflank the Holy League's fleet, relying on their tried and true tactics of boarding and close-quarter combat. However, the superior artillery range and defensive capabilities of the galleasses thwarted these efforts, breaking their momentum and leading to confusion among their ranks. Additionally, the leadership of Don John of Austria, who orchestrated these maneuvers with precision, played a pivotal role. His ability to adapt to the evolving dynamics of battle ensured that the Holy League maintained the upper hand throughout. On the other side, the lack of cohesive strategy among the Ottoman commanders contributed to their downfall. Their underestimation of the galleys' firepower proved costly, as it allowed the Holy League to decimate their fleet systematically. The lessons learned from the naval tactics at Lepanto resonated well beyond this singular battle, as they marked a significant evolution in maritime warfare. The galley set new standards for naval engineering, influencing ship design for years to come, and the tactical deployment of artillery reshaped naval engagements. As we navigate from the echoes of Lepanto to the next pivotal confrontation, the Battle of Tours awaits, where land battles define the course of history just as profoundly as those at sea. Now turning to the pivotal land battle of Tours in 732, we find a moment in history where Charles Martel, a key figure in European leadership, halted the advance of the Umayyad Caliphate into Europe. This confrontation was not merely a clash of forces, but a defining moment that cemented the cultural and political trajectory of the continent. As the leader of the Frankish forces, Charles Martel, also known as Charles the Hammer, employed both strategic foresight and a deep understanding of terrain to his advantage. His forces were heavily armored and positioned in a defensive phalanx formation, which was instrumental in countering the swift cavalry tactics employed by the Umayyads. The battlefield near the city of Tours in modern-day France became the setting for this encounter. The Umayyad forces, known for their rapid expansion across the Iberian Peninsula, encountered unexpected resilience from Martel's troops. The strategic use of terrain gave the Frankish forces a defensive edge, allowing them to withstand and repel multiple cavalry charges. The outcome of the Battle of Tours was more than a military victory for Martel. It marked a turning point that effectively curbed the spread of Islamic influence into Europe, maintaining the continent's Christian identity at that time. This battle is often credited with preserving the cultural and religious foundations of Europe, influencing its future development. The ramifications of this victory went beyond the immediate military success, as it solidified Charles Martel's reputation as a formidable leader and laid the groundwork for the Carolingian Empire under his grandson, Charlemagne. As we reflect on the significance of Tours, we recognize its impact in shaping the European landscape. With that in mind, let us proceed to the next chapter that continues this exploration of forgotten battles, where we examine the skirmishes of Ain Jalut during the tumultuous days of World War I. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's delve deeper into the religious and cultural ramifications of the Battle of Tours. This encounter was not just a military conflict, it played a crucial role in shaping the religious and political landscape of Europe. Prior to this battle, the Umayyad Caliphate had rapidly expanded its influence across regions from North Africa to the Iberian Peninsula. Their success seemed unstoppable, but the outcome at Tours marked a decisive halt to their northern advance. The victory by Charles Martel's Frankish forces served as a linchpin in preserving the Christian identity of Europe during a time when Islamic influence was poised to spread further. This containment of Umayyad expansion ensured the continuation of Christianity as the dominant faith in the region, influencing religious practices and cultural developments for centuries to come. Politically, the triumph at Tours consolidated the power of the Carolingians, paving the way for the rise of Charlemagne and the eventual formation of the Holy Roman Empire. The implications of this battle extended far beyond the battlefield, permeating the religious fervor and political structures of medieval Europe. As Martel's victory echoed through the continent, it fortified the idea of Europe as a bastion of Christendom against external forces. This event, therefore, stands as a testament to the enduring impact of a single military engagement on the course of history. Now, shifting focus from this pivotal event, we move to the world stage of World War I, examining the strategic importance and regional implications of the lesser-known skirmishes at Ain Zara. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we now turn to the desert sands of Libya during the throes of World War I, where the Battle of Ain Zara took place in 1917. Nestled within the broader context of the North African campaign, this skirmish saw Italian forces facing off against the formidable Senussi rebels backed by the Turks. The clash in Ain Zara was not just a skirmish in the vast theaters of war, it was a strategic puzzle piece critical to controlling the Libyan coastline. The Italians, who sought to expand their colonial grip in North Africa, found their ambitions challenged by the tenacious resistance of the Senussi, a local movement with formidable knowledge of the harsh desert terrain. This battle was pivotal as it underscored the Italians' struggle to maintain their tenuous foothold in the region. The desert campaign was characterized by its grueling conditions, demanding resilience and ingenuity from both sides. For Italy, success in Ain Zara meant not only asserting their dominance over the area, but also ensuring the security of vital supply routes across the Mediterranean. Moreover, the engagement at Ain Zara highlighted the interconnectedness of World War I various fronts, illustrating how regional conflicts could ripple out to influence broader military strategies. This skirmish is a testament to the complex geopolitics of the time, reminding us that even the less celebrated battles possessed significance in weaving the intricate tapestry of global warfare. As we continue to traverse through these overlooked historical milestones, our next stop takes us to the land of Ethiopia, where the Battle of Adwa stands as a profound symbol of defiance against colonial power. As the next challenge unfolds, the wider implications of the Battle of Ain Zara reveal a complex tapestry woven into the broader North African campaign during World War I. This confrontation was not an isolated event but rather a crucial element in the intricate dynamics of regional power. The Mediterranean, with its vital trade routes and colonial interests, served as the stage for a much larger geopolitical game. Italian ambitions were countered by a determined Senussi resistance, elevated by tactical support from the Turkish allies. The strategic significance of Ain Zara extended beyond mere territorial control. It was emblematic of the struggle for dominance in a region where European powers sought to consolidate their colonial empires amidst the shifting sands of local allegiances and nationalist movements. The Senussi, intimately familiar with the terrain and bolstered by a resilient spirit, posed a formidable challenge to Italian forces. They engaged in a guerrilla warfare style that leveraged their knowledge of the desert's unforgiving landscape, exploiting the harsh conditions to their advantage. The repercussions of this battle resonated through the North African campaigns, influencing subsequent military strategies and colonial policies. This skirmish exemplified how regional conflicts could spiral out, affecting international alliances and war efforts. Ain Zara's legacy is a reminder of the resilience and complexity inherent in the region's history, underscoring the significance of understanding local dynamics in the context of global warfare. As we reflect on these oft-forgotten battles, we glean insights into the broader consequences of military engagements that shaped the destiny of nations. With this fresh perspective, we now turn to Ethiopia, where the Battle of Adwa becomes a testament to an extraordinary defiance against colonial oppression. Now turning to the pivotal moment in 1896, the Battle of Adwa stands as a shining beacon of African resilience against colonial domination. Here, Ethiopian forces, under the command of Emperor Menelik II, boldly faced the might of an Italian invasion. This historic confrontation unfolded in the mountainous terrain of Adwa, where the Ethiopian army's intimate knowledge of the landscape played a critical role. The Italians, armed with modern weaponry and a sense of European superiority, underestimated the determination and strategic prowess of the Ethiopian fighters. With a blend of traditional tactics and innovative strategies, Menelik's forces orchestrated a stunning defensive maneuver that would echo through history. The Ethiopians, driven by a deep-seated desire to preserve their sovereignty, utilized their numerical advantage and a well-coordinated assault to outflank and overwhelm the Italian line. The battle, lasting a single day, ended with a decisive Ethiopian victory, shattering the myth of European invincibility on the African continent. This victory not only safeguarded Ethiopia's independence, but also inspired future generations of African leaders and freedom fighters in their own struggles against colonial rule. The Battle of Adwa thus emerged as a monumental turning point, underscoring the power of unity and strategic cunning against seemingly insurmountable odds. Its legacy endures as a proud chapter in the annals of African history, a testament to the enduring spirit of a people determined to chart their own destiny. Moving forward, we will explore the Battle of Kohima, another significant conflict that shaped the course of world history during World War II. Moving forward, the legacy of the Battle of Adwa extends far beyond the immediate victory, resonating throughout Ethiopian and broader African history as a symbol of resilience and determination. The triumph of the Ethiopian forces under Emperor Menelik II not only preserved Ethiopia's independence, but also served as a potent symbol of defiance against colonial rule for the entire African continent. This victory emboldened other African nations and leaders, inspiring a sense of pride and hope in their own quests for self-determination and autonomy. The reverberations of Adwa were felt as anti-colonial movements gained momentum, fueled by the knowledge that colonial powers could indeed be challenged and defeated. Traditional Ethiopian armor and the preserved accounts of this historic battle serve as visual and narrative reminders of the strategic brilliance and unity that characterized Ethiopia's defense. In the aftermath, Ethiopia emerged as a beacon of possibility and strength, with its successful resistance becoming a tale passed down through generations. This narrative reinforced a profound sense of identity and pride among Ethiopians and Africans alike, contributing to a cultural legacy that celebrated sovereignty and collective resilience. As we reflect on the bravery and strategic acumen shown at Adwa, these lessons remain relevant, reminding us of the enduring power of unity and strategic foresight in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. Now, as the sun rises on the next chapter, our attention turns to the Battle of Kohima, a crucial encounter during World War II that significantly impacted the outcome of the Burma campaign. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we delve into the Battle of Kohima in 1944, a pivotal moment in northeast India that marked a significant turning point in the Burma campaign during World War II. This battle saw British and Indian forces confronting Japanese troops in a decisive encounter that altered the course of the campaign. On the rugged, densely forested hills of Kohima, soldiers experienced fierce fighting in challenging terrain. The Japanese forces, aiming to capture India and secure their supply lines, faced determined resistance from the Allied defenders. The battle raged for weeks, with the famous tennis court area becoming a focal point of intense combat. Despite the ferocity of the Japanese assault, the resilience and tenacity of the Allied troops prevailed. The victory at Kohima effectively trapped the Japanese forces, turning the tide in favor of the Allies and securing vital supply routes. This engagement not only halted the Japanese advance but also paved the way for further Allied successes in the region. Kohima's legacy is one of perseverance against overwhelming odds, underscoring the importance of strategic positioning and relentless spirit. As we unravel the significance of this battle, we see how it contributed to the broader success in the Burma campaign, reminding us of the crucial role this conflict played in shaping the Pacific Theater's outcome. With the next phase of our journey in sight, we explore the strategic importance of defending India during the Battle of Kohima and its broader impact on the war in Asia. Kohima's location was crucial as it sat at the gateway to the plains of India. The Japanese planned to cut through this point, aiming to isolate the Allied forces in the region and disrupt critical supply lines. The successful defense of Kohima underscored the essential role of holding this key position, preventing the Japanese from advancing further into India. By safeguarding this vital junction, the Allies maintained control over supply routes that were critical for continued operations throughout Southeast Asia. This victory also served as a catalyst for the Allied forces to launch more aggressive counteroffensives against the Japanese, shifting the momentum in the region. The strategic significance of Kohima extended beyond the immediate battle, contributing to a broader Allied strategy that would eventually lead to the liberation of Burma and a stronger position in the Pacific Theater. As the sun rises on the next chapter of our narrative, we see how such forgotten battles hold lessons in strategic resilience that are as relevant today as they were in their time. As we conclude our exploration of these remarkable yet often overlooked battles, it's clear that each has played a vital role in shaping the course of world history. These battles, while not always remembered, have taught us invaluable lessons about strategy, courage, and the complex nature of power dynamics. From the dense forests of Teutoburg to the strategic heights of Kohima, these conflicts reveal the human spirit's adaptability and resilience in the face of adversity. They remind us that history is a tapestry woven from the threads of both triumph and struggle, each battle contributing to the intricate narrative of our shared past. Understanding these facets of history not only enriches our knowledge but also deepens our appreciation for the diverse and often surprising paths that have led to our present. We invite you to reflect on these stories and consider how they might inform our understanding of current global dynamics. If you have your own stories of forgotten battles or historical mysteries that pique your curiosity, we would love to hear them. Please share them in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey through time, be sure to subscribe for more explorations of history's hidden corners. Your support helps us continue to uncover the stories that deserve to be heard.